Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a little get ready with me like I did in my last video, and it is going to be some college advice and tips that I've learned along my 3 years of being in college. So if you're interested in hearing about that, then go ahead and keep watching this video. Get started. My first tip is going to be to make friends ASAP. Okay, orientation week, go ahead, go meet new people. Everybody that you talk to isn't gonna like be your best friend and all that stuff, but it is good to have people like to start off with, because then you can meet their friends and then all that stuff, and then you can branch off and become whoever you want to become and be friends with whoever you want to be friends with, and it's all cool from there. It does make life a lot easier when you have people to relate to and have people who know what's going on, because you guys are all in the same situation. My next tip is, well, it's not really a tip, it's more of just like a statement. But everybody gets homesick, guys. Everybody gets homesick. I mentioned it in my last video, but that's because it's really real. Like, some people may get homesick as soon as they leave. Some people won't get homesick until a couple months. But everybody does get homesick at one point or another. So it's important to make sure that you keep in contact with your people at home and just, you know, talk to them as often as you can. And that's where also having friends comes in handy, because they can help you through those times as kind of like a distraction or just somebody to talk to about how you're feeling at the moment. That's super, super important to have somebody to talk to. My third tip is gonna be to keep busy. Like, you don't want to just stay cooped up in your room all day and all night, you know, because then it like kind of makes you sad because you don't have anything going on except the fact that you're in school. Like, go have your friend group. You guys can go out to like dinner and stuff, or whatever you're into, or like join a club and just do something that's gonna keep you busy, because things will get like boring. As long as you keep yourself busy, then you won't like lose your mind with like the pressure of school. School is very hard, and trying to study and keep up good grades and all this and this and that, it gets really hard. And it's important to make sure you go ahead and keep busy and don't like make yourself sad because you're sitting in your room all day and all night and you don't have anything going on. My fourth piece of advice, get a planner. I was never like a planner user. I have no idea what makeup I'm about to do, but I'm just start throwing colors on, see what happens. I was never a big planner user in high school, and that quickly had to change when I got to college, because you'll get so overwhelmed with things that you have to do, not even just keeping up with schoolwork, but like your life stuff. Okay, well today I have to do my laundry, and I plan on doing this, and I plan on doing that. Like, you need a planner so that way you can look in it and be like, okay, well this is what I have going on today, and this is what I have going on for the rest of the week. So that way you can, if you are in clubs or you do want to go out with your friends, you can look and be like, okay, this is what I have to get done. I don't necessarily use a actual planner, like a book. I do use the reminders app that comes on all the iPhones and stuff, and I set it in there, whatever it is up at the title, and then I mark it to pop up on my screen the day before I have to do it, and it'll be like, oh, bio exam due tomorrow at 8 p.m. if it's an online test. That's what I will put in there. It'll pop up the day before to remind me. And then you can like study and then all that stuff, and then the next day have another one pop up that says bio exam due today at 8 p.m. That's how I like to do things, because I personally will not check a planner. I will have to have a reminder on my phone that says check your planner. So I just do everything on my phone. My 5th tip or piece of advice is not everyone moves at the same pace, okay? So like I struggled with that a little bit because I have friends who in high school, they did dual enrollment, they took AP classes, they did all this and this and that. So by the time we got to college, they already had AAs. And I was like, wow, so maybe I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Like they already have AAs and I barely even know like what supplies to buy for my school. Like, what am I doing? Am I going too slow? Am I doing things wrong? And it also took me 3 years to get my AA because it was an adjustment for me to go to college and all that stuff. So your AA, they say it's a 2-year degree and your bachelor's a 4-year degree. But if it takes you 5 years to get your bachelor's degree, that is perfectly fine. Life does not have a specific timeline. Everybody moves at different paces. So even if you're 40 years old and you're just now deciding to go to college, then good for you. That's your life. You do what you do, you know? So it did take me 3 years to get my AA, like I said, and I just had to be like, you know what? It's okay. Not everybody moves at the same pace. You're gonna do things differently and mess up and do better in certain areas than others. Like, it happens. Like, you just gotta keep going because you can't stop. Like, you're already invested in these classes and things, so you cannot stop now. Another thing is, if you have a semester that you have to take really, really hard courses, I don't know what your definition of hard course is, but for me, if I had to take if I had to take a chemistry class and a math class, I'm not taking those in the same semester. I struggle in chemistry and I struggle in math. So I'm gonna take them 2 different semesters, even if that's like, okay, well this semester I was supposed to take 4 classes and the next semester I was supposed to take 4 classes. Even if that means I have to like break it up into more semesters in order to do well, then that's what I gotta do. You can't rush it and do bad because then you're just gonna end up having to take it again anyways. So you might as well save the money and do it right the first time, you know? My next tip is that partying is okay and not partying is also okay. I am not the biggest partier. I never have been. It's just not my thing. Like, I'd rather watch movies or go out to dinner or something. Partying is not my thing. I did go to like a couple of parties when I was out at FAMU during the summer just to like see what it was like because I never did it before. And it was like cool and stuff, but like I don't really care for it. And that's fine. You don't have to party in college. Like, I know it's like a big thing. They're like, oh yeah, college kids are always partying and blah, 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 blah. Like, yeah, a lot of people do party. I don't know where my thing is. A lot of people do party. Something that I do have to say is that if you do decide to party, just make sure that you have all your stuff in order. Like, if you have a test the next day that you know that you need to study for, don't go out and party that night. Like, there's gonna be another party tomorrow or the next day. Like, there's always parties happening. So if there's like something that you really gotta do on that night, don't risk the grade or whatever it is just to go party, because there's always gonna be another party, you know? Another thing about partying is that there's always gonna be alcohol. Always, every time, there's going to be alcohol. Unless it's like your friends throw a small get together and they decide not to have alcohol. There's always going to be alcohol. Do not drink unless you want to. Of course, if you're like age appropriate also, but do not drink unless you want to. And if you do decide that you want to drink, make sure the people around you are people that you trust and people that you know are gonna get you home safe. Another thing when it comes to drinking and partying is don't get in the car with somebody who you know has been drinking, because that's so dangerous and you don't want to risk your life. And if you have been drinking, do not think that you're okay to drive. Another piece of advice is to definitely get to know your professors. It's better for them to know your name than to not know your name, because if you ever need help with anything, they are more likely to help you because they know who you are. It'll show them, like, if you've been showing them that you care and stuff, then it will help you out in the long run, because they're gonna be like, oh, okay, oh, you're Audrey? Okay, let me see what I can do for you, you know? More likely to help you out and stuff because they know your name, they know who you are, and they recognize that you've been trying, or however it is. But yeah, get to know your professors. They might tell you like little extra stuff, give you extra help for your tests, let you in on a little bit. Like, I've had a professor that like I would ask her a lot for help, and one time she just completely like told me what was going to be on the test. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Another thing is that going to community college is okay. I don't know what the deal is like surrounding community college. Like, people are like weird about that for some reason. They just get like, oh, you go to community college, da 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 da, as if it's not the same education. Like, it's school is school, college is college, you know? It's all the same education. Not to mention that it's cheaper. You're gonna save money by going to a community college. So, to me, if you can, I think you should go to a community college to get like your 2-year degree, because it is a lot cheaper. You might be able to stay home a little bit longer if you're like me and be able to get it together. Like, I did go to university my first semester, but way too much. My first semester I went to university, and then right after that I came back home and went to community college, and I love that I did that. I'm so glad that I did. I was able to get a job, be in the comfort of my home, and learn my way around college. Another thing is to set a routine for like what you want to do for school, like your day in school. If you don't have a plan, like if you don't know what you're gonna do that day, you could just end up wasting a lot of time. I know I've wasted a lot of time by not knowing what I was gonna do. That also goes in with getting a planner. Just plan out your day so you can use your time to the fullest. So that way, no time is going to waste, because your time is so important, especially when you have like a lot of stuff going on as a college student. Another tip and piece of advice that I have is go to class. I don't know why people don't go to class. You're paying for it. You are literally paying to sit in that classroom and learn. Like, it's not your professor's job to drag you into the classroom or to wake you up on time and all that stuff. Like, it's not their job. Their job is to just show up and teach. They could teach to an empty classroom and still get paid. Guess how they're getting paid? Because you're paying for the class. Like, if you don't go to class, you're just wasting money, and you're more likely to get a bad grade, because professors don't always post all of their content like in the syllabus or online if they said they were going to post stuff online. Sometimes professors like will say important stuff in class that's going to be on the test, and you won't know because you missed it because you wanted to sleep in today. So I just say go to class. They're gonna know the people who don't go to class versus the people who do go to class, and you think they're gonna be willing to help you at the end of the semester when you're begging them for help to raise your grade? No. Because they're like, oh, you didn't come to my class all semester. Why would I help you? You didn't even try. Another thing is, Rate My Professor is such a good tool when you're looking for what classes to take or looking for what teachers to sign up for when you're looking for classes. Because I've been stuck with some really bad professors, and I was like, I wish I would have just went ahead and checked Rate My Professor, you know? Kind of messed up my eyeliner like right there, but I really don't care. So here we go. Yeah. Rate My Professor is really helpful. Students give feedback on their professors and how they like their class, and it's just a really good tool to use, especially if you don't have any like recommendations from like friends who have taken the class before, for them to tell you like how the professor was. My next tip is to get a plastic shower caddy, a bathrobe, and shower shoes for your shower time. It sounds obvious, but some people just don't know. Like, people get the material shower caddies, but it's like, it's gonna get wet. So if you get a plastic one, you can get it wet, and then you can take it, you can dry it out, you can clean it up real easy and all that stuff. So you should definitely invest in a plastic one. A bathrobe is necessary because once you get out the shower, you don't want to just walk around with your towel on you, because one, it's cold, and two, it might be uncomfortable for some people. Like if they're passing people in the hallway, then it could be uncomfortable for them to just be in a towel. So I invested in a shower bathrobe because it made things easier for getting out the shower. You just put it on, you can have your towel wrapped around your hair if you just washed your hair, you throw on your bathrobe, and then you walk with your plastic caddy to your dorm. Shower shoes, yes, you are sharing showers. You don't know where other people have been. I didn't put on mascara. You don't know where people have been, you know? I'm not saying that everybody's dirty, but like shared showers can get really gross. Like the area could get really nasty. And of course that's for like on-campus living, you know? Another tip is establish living situations with your roommate. So like as soon as you like get your roommate and stuff, you guys like meet for the first time, you want to go ahead and be like, hey, look, this is how I like things. I like it to be neat in here, or I like to not have trash in the trash cans at all, like always taking out the trash, or you want to not have a pile of laundry in the middle of your dorm in case like your friends come over or whatever. You want to go ahead and let them know like, hey, this is how I like it, this is how I need things to be. I don't like certain smells, like certain scented candles. This is how I like it. And then she will tell you her thing, and then you guys compromise. That has to be established like right away. Not like the first day, but like within the first week. So that way you guys get a feel for each other and know how life is kind of gonna work for that semester, for that year, however long you're staying there. Another thing, never ever go out alone, okay? If you are gonna go out, make sure you have 1, 2, 3, 10, 15 friends that are gonna go with you, because it gets dangerous out there, especially if you're a girl. So don't go out to like clubs and parties. And if it's nighttime, you probably shouldn't just walk outside by yourself. I suggest always having a friend with you or a couple friends with you, just so that way you're always safe and cool and things. And then another thing with being safe, always know the safety features of the school. For example, when I was at FAMU, there was like these big emergency like pole things that like if you were in danger outside, you can just click it, the button, and it'll directly contact you to security, and they will be notified at which post that you were at so they can go to you. And also I recommend that you take down campus security's phone number and have it in your phone, just in case anything happens and you need to call them. You can, like, if you're walking by yourself and you feel like it's not safe, then you can go ahead and call them and they will go with you to your dorm, or they will give you a ride to your dorm. It's super important that you have fun as well as remaining safe out there, because you never know who's out there. You know, it's like, you just never know. So that's a little bit of advice and tips from me. This is my final look. I just did like a colorful, whatever you want to call this, with a plain lip, because the eyes got a lot going on. Go ahead and give this video a big old thumbs up, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. It would make my day. But yeah, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. That would mean a lot to me. And share this video with your friends, family, and anybody who is going to college and needs some advice. Hope y'all have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.